What is good, y'all? It's your boy West B502, 1/5 of the Live Movement Network here, back finally with some NBA Live talk. Um, I'm just had the computer play in the background. We're gonna do some upgrades for when Live 19 drops. I'm gonna start, editing the videos, make them look real nice, spice it up a little bit. But for this video, I want to talk about, uh, you know, the future of NBA Live, basically. Basically what I want to see from NBA Live in the future. I know a lot of people, a lot of us love NBA Live 10, 09, very, very quote unquote sim versions of NBA Live. But gameplay wise, I don't want nothing, I don't think, from NBA Live 10, from those days. If you go watch the NBA Elite Developer Diary, you go watch them describe, talk about the negatives of NBA Live 10. It's dice roll, man. It's dice roll shooting in the game. I know people say, oh, no shot meter. The shooting in Live 10 required no skill. It wasn't user skill shooting in Live 10. It just had no shot meter. You just hit a button, let it go, and the game decides whether or not you make that shot or not. That's what it is. It required no skill to shoot in Live 10. Like I said, go watch the developer diary for NBA Elite. It's dice roll shooting. Just because it had no shot meter doesn't mean that it required more skill. It didn't. I think that's something gamers just made up to make them feel better about themselves on the sticks. And then in NBA Live 10, you had a ton of two-man animations that took control out of your hands, similar to what we complain about in NBA Live 18. I don't want nothing from that era of NBA Live in the game. It's not what I want. Because like I said, Live 10, gameplay-wise, is dice roll shooting and two-man animations. Now, everything else, like the crowd and all that stuff, yeah, but I'm talking about strictly on the court with gameplay. That's why on Twitter, on the Live Movement Twitter handle, I always bring up, matter of fact, y'all see that, EA? If y'all watching this, y'all see Aaron Baines go up and under? That shit can't happen next year. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah. I always bring up Elite on Twitter. Because that game, what they were trying to do with that game, I think is what we want them to do now. Everybody talks about, oh, I'm the best this, I'm the best that. Right now, I'm not hearing it, with this NBA Live. Until we get total control in the game, we'll never know who's really the best at the game. The skill gap isn't wide enough right now. And everybody, wants tournaments and stuff. The skill gap just isn't wide enough right now. You need to make a harder game. And I think NBA Elite was going to be a tough game if it was executed properly. Like right now in the game, we have total control dribbling. Basically, we just need more moves, So players look different, they look like themselves, but that's the only thing we really have total control over right now is the dribbling. I want total control over shooting, defense, everything. I don't want to be getting pulled into animations. I want what they were trying to do with Elite. That's what I want. Like I said, I'm not talking about the crowd, none of that. I'm talking about just on the court when you're playing the game. Like you're playing head to head. Like if I'm playing against the computer offline, I don't mind playing a sim style of game. You know what I mean? Like how Madden got the gameplay styles added in, sim, arcade and competitive. I want a competitive NBA Live. You know, I want to go online and play competitive style gameplay. Because with me, when I hear sim, I hear randomness. That's what I think of when I hear sim. You know, I want what they were trying to do with NBA Elite. I think that's the way to go. So players can really show off their skills. It takes no skill to hit a button in the game, decide the outcome for you. That's not skill. I don't care what reason you make up for it to make yourself feel better. It's not skill. Even Live 15 didn't have a shot meter. You can have a perfect release and be wide open and miss. You know, the game said, you know what? You got to miss that shot for whatever reason. You got to miss that shot. You know? You get what I'm saying? I don't think a lot of people. There's a lot of people that say they want sim. I don't think y'all want sim. I think you want a competitive style game. In a sim basketball game, you know, you're gonna have some things happen that you can't control. Like you might throw a pass to a guy in the corner, and it might go right through his hands. It happens in real life. Why wouldn't it happen in a quote unquote simulation basketball game? You know? Sometimes you might dump it down to the post in real life. You might see that in the game. You might try to dump it down the post, and the ball just goes out of bounds. Isn't that what happens in real life? Let that happen in the game, though. Y'all gonna get mad. You know? I don't know what the definitive answer is. I'm just telling y'all what I want out the game. Like, I don't speak for the rest of the Live movement. I don't speak for nobody in the community. I'm just throwing my thoughts out there. But I think we got to let those days of NBA Live 10 and 09 go. There's some good stuff. There was some good stuff in NBA Elite that we can use right now. Like the shot meter from Elite, that widens the skill gap, and it makes shooting harder, because it's not just about pushing the right analog stick up until you get a green. Remember in Elite, you had to judge the distance, and you had to get the aiming right. I like that. That's challenging. I like that. It's not easy. It takes skill. It takes more skill than just hitting a damn button and, going from there. But, I think they're going to, with the dribbling, with the direction they went with the dribbling, starting in 16, with bringing back total control dribbling, I think we're going to see more elite features come back into the fold. And you got to think about it in this era of gaming, we're talking about esports and being competitive. Don't nobody want to see a game that's riddled with dice roll shooting, or interactions where the user loses control. Look, man, a lot of gamers don't want to see that shit. All right, I'm telling you, like these other big esports games like Rocket League and your Rainbow Sixes and your all of those games out there, the game doesn't help out those users. The skill gap is wide. Fortnite, let's take the Battle Royale games. They're gonna get into esports. Those games are not easy. Those games ain't cakewalks. Ask me, the skill gap in other games way wider than what it is in these sports games, especially NBA Live. You feel me? I get it. You want everybody to play. But man, as a guy who, I know this game like the back of my hand. This game, you play against another user, man, it can get a little funky. You know what I mean? But look, I'm rambling. I'm getting off topic, man. But at the end of the day, the thing I wanted to say was I want more NBA Elite in NBA Live, because NBA Elite, if it was done right, it was gonna require a lot of skill to play. It was not gonna be pick up and I'm good at the game. No, I mean you gotta learn NBA Live 18 a little bit too. But like I said, you don't have total control over shooting in NBA Live 18. You don't have total control over defense in the game. In NBA Live 18, even in the past NBA Lives, you do a move like a Euro step now it is. In 18 you do a Euro step. As a defender, you lose control. You gotta go play out that animation. I don't like that. I don't like that. You're taking, like I said, control out of my hands, and now it feels like I gotta play against my opponent and the game. Whereas if I'm playing online, I should just be playing against my opponent or opponents if we're playing live run. So in the future, for me, like I said, I can't speak for nobody else. I just speak for me. I want a more I want more elite. I want to see more elite come back. The practice gym from elite, gameplay wise, the shot meter from elite, the total control. I want to see all that back from elite. I know the game failed, but all that stuff you were trying to do, what was it, 7, 8 years ago, 8, 9 years ago, you could bring that stuff back now and create a more a more skill-oriented basketball game. That's all I want. That's what I want. Where skill is respected, where user play is respected. But cause I know a lot of guys always talk about Live 10, Live bring this back from Live 10. We need. Personally, I ain't trying to see none of that shit from Live 10 in the future NBA Lives. Unless you're talking about dynamic DNA. I mean, gameplay wise, I ain't trying to see none of that shit. Cause like I said, nobody wants to admit it, but NBA Live 10 is everything that we complain about now. Losing control in certain situations. And then the shooting is dice roll. It's not skill based. The game decides whether or not you're going to make that shot. Like I said, if you don't believe me, go watch that NBA Elite 11 Developer Diary. Go watch it. Listen to how they talk about NBA Live 10's negatives and what they wanted to do with NBA Elite. All right. But yeah, it's your boy Westby 502. I'm signing out. That's all I had to say, man. Because I don't want NBA Live to become this animation-based game where it doesn't require any skill. I want a skill-based game, not an animation-based game. If EA came to me and said, "Hey Wes, we got 2 versions of NBA Live 19 here for you. Here's one with a shit ton of animations in it, but you have less control. Here's one that has less animations, but you have total control over everything you can do." There's very rare moments where you lose control. I'm taking the one where I have all the control. That's just me. All right. But like I said, it's your boy Westby 502 signing out. Salute to y'all who come through the channel, sub and like videos and all that shit, even though we ain't been uploading nothing. Well, I haven't been uploading nothing. I've been slacking. But shout out to y'all though. Like I said, for 19, we're gonna keep NBA Live Talk going. We're gonna, start editing videos and making them look real nice. I'm gonna get back to the video editing and stuff, and make it look real nice. But again, appreciate y'all coming through. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace out.